يا من توارى خوفا من الأنظار
A program for you, a course for you from Nisana Tedwala.
ويكشف المستور صحب حيارى من أمهم يحتار يمضي كيبا في ظلمة الديجور يا من توارى.
Speech workouts brought to you by Magnum Pure Petroleum Jelly, a cream for skin care, lips care, and foot care in all seasons.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Once again, I, Nisana Tedwala, on the behalf of Speech Workouts, I welcome all of you with a praise to Allah Almighty. All praise be to Allah Almighty. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. In this episode, we will be asking you certain questions with regards to your speech. Why do you need to improve your speech? What are the things that makes you feel that you need to learn and improve your communication skills? Question number 2. Do you ever feel that there are certain wrong habits and defects in your speeches? Have you ever made a list? If not, try to make a list, inshallah. Then the third assignment, before we begin, I have a very important question for you. You tell me how many hours or minutes are you willing to give to improve your speech workouts or speaking habits, right? You know, when you want to build a body, you must have seen the people playing volleyball, football, cricket, and bodybuilders. They go to gym and they have a regular practice before they become world champions, world class. What do? They practice every day. In my gymnasium, there are bodybuilders who participate in the national level competitions, and I see them working hard 1 hour, 1.5 hour only out of 24 hours. Don't think that they are doing bodybuilding for 10 hours a day. Don't think that the cricketers and the football players, they are playing 10 hours a day to become champions. No. 1 hour, 1.5 hour maximum every day. And you see, within few months, they become a class in their own field. Similarly, when you are studying, look at your schools. 1 hour of maths every day, and in 10 years, what happens? You become a mathematician, you become qualified to become an engineer or any subject of your choice. Why? Because you work hard only 1 hour a day on a particular subject. Apply the same rule for improving your speech workouts. Apply the same rule for improving your speaking habits, because you need to give time and attention. Just watching a video of a good speaker or a trainer is not going to make you a good speaker. If that was possible, I can become a cricketer or I can become a football player. Watching Pele or other world-class sportsmen, if I watch them, I cannot become. I have to see them in action. I have to borrow some good habits in them, some talents, apply it, take lessons from them, and then I practice it upon myself. In my performance, it is seen. The net result would be gradually I would be improving. Do the same thing if you want to improve your speaking habits. And you know what difference it is going to make? Number 1, if you are a salesman, your product is not sold only because it is a well-known product. It is going to be sold or purchased by your customers if you are a good salesman. Imagine or consider this thing, that there are 2 shops selling the same company's mobile and both of them are next door. A customer goes and visits both the shops. They see the same model of the mobile, but they purchase from one where the salesman spoke to them nicely about his product. He spoke about the product and he spoke nicely about the product. Speaking nicely, and in that speaking nicely includes, you don't speak very fast, you don't be arrogant, you don't be very slow, nor you be unclear what I am saying. You have to work on your speeches. So we will be seeing the habits after habits. Fine. One more question. Do you think a good vocabulary is essential? Now, what is a good vocabulary? Many people have this illusion that if their English is very rich, they can become a very good speaker. Now, let me tell you about the surveys. The small chip that Allah has given you here, it can accommodate no less than 100,000 words. But many of us, we have, on an average, by the time we graduate, we have 23,000 words approximately, according to the Guardian newspaper, United Kingdoms. They say that around 23,000 words are collected in our mind by the time we graduate. And the writer, who is an excellent writer, your favorite journalist or a speaker, they also have around 23,000 of words in their minds. Then what's the difference? You shiver, you tremble when you speak, and they speak fantastic. You have to search for words when you write, but they don't. They write smoothly. What is the difference between the two? The difference is in the habit of using that tools, what I call tools of speech. What are those tools? Vocabularies. It is not important how many words you know, but it is more important how many words you use from what you know. Because many a times when you speak, you are going to display correctly if you use the correct word. Let me illustrate with an example. For example, there is a small gathering in your family and you spot a young baby crying desperately, and you find out the mother and you tell her, your child is crying. That's all. Monotonously. No impact. No use of expressing properly. Your child is crying. So she will say, I'm going. But if you tell effectively, using the right words, correct vocabulary which you have in your mind, and you say, your child is crying loudly since a long time. Oh my God! And she rushes. That was the correct way of expressing an incident that took place. Many of us, we speak out without using the right words, though we possess. So our mind is rich enough to make us writers and good orators. But we have to use those tools. Even if you don't use certain muscles, gradually you lose those muscles also. Similarly, if you don't use the words, your mind will become a godown or a warehouse, an assembly of words. And these words, if you personify them, they lie down in your minds doing nothing, like lazy as you. You were lazy enough to pick out the right words and use them. So they are lying in the corner of your minds, and when you need them, you are searching for them desperately. So what happens when you are talking? You are searching for the words and you are struggling, then you fumble. These are one of the reasons why people fumble, because they don't use the words that are collected in their minds. So be careful in using out more and more words. How do you use that? I will give you a simple exercise. You know the term synonyms? It means for one word there are different words that denotes the same meaning. For example, if I say good, so it becomes fine, all right, nice. These are the synonyms. So you should practice synonyms. And let us begin with the first practice. I would give a word and I would give you 10 seconds to use your mind to search out the synonyms of that particular word and see what happens. The first word for today. I hope you are ready with a notebook and a pen. The first word for today is big. B-I-G. Big. Now find out how many words with big you can come across. For example, enormous, large, giant, heavy, and on and on and on. There are 10 to 15 such words which denotes the word big, and it can be used in different contexts. So using of synonyms, it enriches your mind and your talent to pick up the right words and use it at the right time. For example, the word kill, K-I-L-L, kill. Now this word kill means to kill somebody, but how to use it in a style. If it is a political killing you are mentioning about, you can call it assassination. If it is a mass killing, many people are killed, you can say it is a massacre. If it is a killing of one particular community or a tribe, then you can say it is a genocide. If somebody's throat is throttled by a string, you call it strangle. Then there is a crucifixion, death by crucifying somebody. Then we slaughter the animals, that is also a way of killing. So there are different words for the word kill. So see that you pick up a word, kill or good, and try to come out with as many synonyms as you can, minimum 10. So now your vocabulary is not improving. You already have these words in your mind. Now your mind is ready because it is alert. The moment you start doing synonyms, it is alert and it gives out words. It gives out words. You can have many such words. For example, teacher, tutor, guide, mentor, prophet, professor, lecturer, coach, trainer. So many words for a teacher, one who teaches you. So you can use the right word now. You're talking about somebody who is teaching sports, so you say he's a coach. For example, somebody is teaching your talent, speech, workouts, so I'm your speech coach, or also a teacher, of course. But you have to use the right words that will make your speech very rich. So in today's assignment, I would request you to buy a thesaurus or download a thesaurus. Better if you buy it you should have it in your house at hand. Whenever you are in a mood, pick it up and give yourself 10-15 minutes only every day. Pick up a word, think of a word and give yourself 5 to 10 minutes only. Think about a word, try to find synonyms as much as you can. Then another word and another more synonyms. 3-4 words every day you work upon synonyms. Then you check it and see how many you missed out though you knew the word. This will be a revision and your mind is now active with synonyms. And that's it in this episode. With more inputs and suggestions, Nisar Nadiyatwala will be back in the next episode as your speech coach. And don't forget me to remember in your supplications to Allah Almighty. Please give me your feedbacks at speechworkouts@gmail.com. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.